You may be knowing me because I have been giving few lectures. Today's topic is safety regulation and transport of radioactive material. Why this lecture first of all, and what is the relation with the disaster management? You'll be surprised, transport and disaster management, whether it is related. You'll come to know now. See, if you go to the market, can you purchase some radioactive material? No, you cannot purchase it. You can purchase some chemical, you can purchase some biological things, but in open market, it won't be available. See, radioactive material is used industrial application, radiation processing plant, industrial radiography, nuclear gauges, oil logging, gamma scanning, consumer product, and medical, of course, you may be knowing, radiotherapy, diagnostic radiology, nuclear medicine. Who does that regulation, transport regulations? In 1983, Atomic Energy Regulatory Board was constituted under the Atomic Energy Act 1962. This is known. And subsequently, rules have been promulgated under the Act, and AERB, right side the building, you can see it. It is in Mumbai headquarters. There are 3 branches in Calcutta, Chennai, and in Delhi. So, what is the principal legal framework through which AERB control? Principal requirement, legislation, Atomic Energy Act. Detailed requirement, regulation, atomic energy. Rules, radiation protection rules, factory rules, and practice-specific requirement, codes, guides, guidelines, manuals. Now, these rules are available in public domain. You can have a radiation protection rule. Through that, radiation doses are controlled. Similarly, mines where that uranium mining takes place, that also having the rules 1984. And then disposal rule 1987, atomic energy factory rules 1986, and of course the atomic energy control of irradiation of food rules is also present. Now, who is competent authority? Legal authority, chairman, AERB. Now, legal binding for safety and security of radiation sources. As per rule number 22, Atomic Energy Radiation Protection Rule 2004, employer shall be the custodian of radiation sources and shall ensure physical security of sources all the times. If you see a right side, this is, sorry, if you see the right side, this binding is governed by 152 regulatory documents published by AERB, and their hierarchy: Act, stop modes, then rule, then safety codes, safety guides, manuals, and technical documents. This is in line with International Atomic Energy Agency. Now, before going further, you should have some kind of knowledge about orphan source and vulnerable source. You may be thinking, what is orphan and what is vulnerable? Let us have a definition, clear-cut definition. Orphan source, which is not under regulatory control, or because source have been abandoned, lost, misplaced, stolen, or transferred without the knowledge of AERB. So, now you're getting which is becoming orphan. AERB doesn't know about it. Then what is vulnerable? Vulnerable source currently under weak regulatory control. AERB knows, but certain things are beyond their, you can say, the control, like some of the weak sources lying with the utility, and they are not able to dispose it of. They are vulnerable. One or two hospitals, they have procured the sources, but that hospital are no more under operations. So that is also vulnerable sources that is under security. So with this, now security being useful for sources, one point to be remember that daily physical verification has to be done for all sources. Source one authorized and given it to you, or that a licensee, that is the responsible to licensee. It should not be remain unattended at any time during transport or during use. Keeping source in secure and safe place when not in use. Implementation of physical security measures as per the plan. Maintenance of security system. Security awareness program. All these things. In case anything you are not able to meet, within 24 hours, you have to lodge FIR at the police station and inform Atomic Energy Regulatory Board. So these are the dose limits recommended by AERB that you might have come across. This occupational worker dose is 30 millisievert, but you see the member of public is 1 millisievert. This is much less. And because the occupational workers are being paid for doing the duty, and they have to have that has been considered safe. So if you see occupational worker and member of public very clearly, see those limits are almost 1/10. See, skin 500, you get 50. Eye lens, I'm talking about 150, here 15. Elbow 500 is at 50. Knees 500, 50. So these are the major difference between public and occupational worker. AERB does stringent regulatory inspections, let it be nuclear power plant or irrigation facility, such that they can verify the safety and security are being maintained for all radiation sources. See this newspaper cutting. If you look at, read at it, those who read Hindi, they can see, दूध अस्पताल में खमिया machino seal. See, our AERB inspector went to some hospital, they found some deficiency, they have sealed the hospital. So they have the power anytime, any places where the radioactive sources or radiation genetic equipments are used, they can enter and enforce the power of checking it. If anything found lapses, they can seal it, seize it, whatever they feel so. This is also Atomic Energy Board's team raids hospital. There are different places. This is Visakhapatnam report, December 15. This is, I'm talking about the report about 2018-19. That time we used to have surprise check and seal some of the equipment such that many people come to know the AERB is very active. They don't compromise on safety and security of any radiation source. So now you'll be surprised to know you have not seen more than lakhs of packages are being transported annually by air or by road or by ship, whatever means are there. So during transport, this radioactive packages can find in the public domain if accident happen or somebody some theft. So that's why this has become very important for disaster management of radionuclides. How to control? That means you have to have very stringent regulation for transport. Now you know, as on today, not a single radioactive sources are without the knowledge of Atomic Energy Regulatory Board. How it is being maintained? It is online. Online means there is a ILORA system. I request those who are not from Atomic Energy, just visit Atomic Energy Regulatory Board website and see e-licensing of radioactive material, how it works. It is a fantastic. Everything is online. People don't have to visit AERB. They can apply for license and AERB can monitor their status regularly without even visiting the facility. They have the inventory. They know how it is being moved and who is taking the sources like that. It is happening. So general aspect, the package has to follow certain rules before being allowed to transport. And it remain contained to prevent the contamination and remain shielded to avoid unacceptable radiation exposure to cargo handler and public. It has to go to cargo. Suppose I am importing certain radioactive sources from South Africa, Australia, or maybe other countries. So you have to have either through air or ship. So that cargo handler has to get trained and they should know what is the material, how it has to be handled. A graded approach, of course, is used such that all packages are not of similar stringent rule or quality. Certain packages are called accepted package. Simplest transport of material of very small activity that can go through without your knowledge, even without any symbol on the package, called accepted package. See, regularly for hospital patient, PRC is generating isotopes that has to be shipped or sent to the hospital early in the morning because patient will be waiting in the hospital. That can go through this route such that very quick delivery. Their half-life is very, very small, maybe in the order of hours or days. So that's why accepted packages are used. Then industrial packages, I will explain it a little bit. They are the most important part for carrying through either plane or ship or through transport, road transport. Contamination has to be less than certain value specified by AERB at 0.4 becquerel per centimeter square for beta and 0.04 for alpha. Special form means it is indisposable. Solid forms called special form and other forms are non-special form. There are certain, if you have access to AERB documents and have seen it, or even international IEA documents, they give A1, A2 value. So that based on that A1, A2 value, that packages will be categorized and how much activity is there inside the package, it will be known to you based on A1, A2 at the level of the package. Now, how packages are categorized, that is very interesting. So now that is called transport index. One terminology, transport index. Transport index is a pure number, not having any unit. What I said, pure number. The transport index is a number obtained by dividing maximum radiation level at 1 meter from the external surface of the package in microsievert unit. Be careful. Microsievert per hour by 10. If it is 1, we call it white. You've got 2 yellow and 3 yellow. I think you not have understood clearly transport index. Let us see. What I said, how to define transport index? I said 1 meter distance, maximum radiation field. Just look at the package. Every sign 1 meter distance I have taken. Okay? What is the maximum? 45. Is it? Correct. Remaining are all less. radiations can go all through the surface. So I will take the 45 value, that is microsievert per hour, and I will divide that value by 10. I am getting 4.5. Clear? So Ti is the number obtained by dividing the maximum radiation level at 1 meter from the external surface of the package in microsievert per hour by 10. So this value will give you that what is the content and how to handle these packages. So this is UN classification of dangerous goods, and where the radioactivity lies, it is on class 7. Clear? Remaining all things, it is known. One is explosive, it is miscellaneous dangerous goods like that. And radioactivity has got a symbol, if you may be already aware, this symbol is internationally accepted. Correct? Now, that UN number I gave you, it is 7, further subdivided and subclassified for different varieties or different form of radioactive material. It can be either powder form or liquid form. Based on that, this 4-digit number, you have to have those who are sending the packages, they should use this number. Based on that, consigner and consignee both will come to know, until unless Atomic Energy Regulatory Board give the transport permission, it cannot be transported. So regulation applies to all form, let it be land, let it be water, or let it be air. Clear? Now, packages, I told you, type 1, type 2, type 3, so many packages you will come across. First one is the accepted package, where nothing is serious, only low specific activity goes in that package, and it is being regularly transported for medical use. Industrial package is for higher activity, IP1, IP2, IP3, they are called type A package also. Then type B package of higher activity. I wrote type BU and type BM. Just know the difference. BU means internationally accepted, universally accepted. Can be transported throughout the world without obtaining approval. If any package is qualified for BU, if it coming from Bangladesh, Indian regulator has to accept it. If it is coming from USA, we have to accept it. But if it is BM, we can challenge, our regulator can challenge, they can have their own qualification or own regulation. So this is the difference between BU and BM. Now type C package, a very severe accident condition. Suppose right side I have given this is a gamma camera, very high activity cobalt source is there. By chance, suppose it is going through cargo, air cargo, and air cargo crashes or caught fire. But if type C package is used, nothing will happen to radioactivity. It will remain intact even under more severe condition. So this is the anatomy of the package. If you feel packages are only simple, those who are getting Amazon delivery or Flipkart delivery, not like that. So this is the source that goes inside a sealed container, lock and key. Subsequently, it is put in a strong containment having radioactive symbol. This is called package. Now, type of package I talked to you, type A, that is industrial packages, type B, BU or BM, and type C under severe condition. So BU, BM, I have explained further, and type C packages, I told you, severe accident condition, it can withstand. Now, accepted package, that A1, A2 value activity value 10 to the power minus 3 or minus 4 range, that is very, very low. And radiation field is also microsievert per hour, very, very low that, and you will be surprised that symbol, whatever I showed it, this is radioactive symbol will not be there in the package. You will not come to know that somebody is carrying radioactive material through this accepted package, because this has to go very fast and it is not causing any harm to the person who is sitting next to the package. Now, type A package. Type A package provides safe and economical transport, and this special from A1 and others than special from A2, and general requirement that it is that minimum dimension of package should be 10 centimeter and sufficient absorbing material should be there to absorb in case of liquid is being transported. And this is very, very important. External radiation surface of the package. It should not be more than 2 millisievert per hour. That is the limit given by ARV, and that is considered to be safe on the surface, not 1 meter distance. Keep it in mind. So now you just look at test for type A package. What are the tests to be done? The package has to be qualified. How? Water press test. You put it 5 centimeter per hour for at least 1 hour. Drop test based on the weight, that suppose less than 5,000 kg, then 1.2 meter, that package should not get damaged. So many criteria it has to pass to before being allowed for radioactive material transport. So further tests are there for type A, but this all details are not required for you for the time being. I am skipping this on. Now, who does this qualification test? There is one company in Pune. They do such kind of tests, and ARB accept that their test report. So now type B, I told you type B, either BU or BM, they need to have rigorous transport regulation. And they need to have more stringent value. See the right side, even in case of fire, they will not get damaged. So if stacking or fall on others, they will not get damaged. So that has to be qualified for that level. General requirement, again I said, the stability, lifting attachment, smooth external surface, and physical chemical compatibility and other dangerous properties to be there. Additional requirement, suppose packages are being goes through the plane, and plane, you know, once you travel at the height of 33,000 feet, they will say temperature is minus 55 or plus 55. Sometimes it goes through high temperature places. So it has to sustain such kind of stringent temperature along with pressure also. Pressure comes down in the flight many times, so it has to sustain that internal and external pressure. So if you just have a look on this chart, if you see this approval stringency sorry, goes more. So here may not survive the accident, survive severe accident. So there type C package, type B package, so many are there. But type A package survive minor accident. So type A package is not, they are called industrial package, is not for high activity radioactive sources. So accepted package, what are the things to be mentioned? Address of the consignor, UN number I have shown you, that sub-classification 4-digit number, and you have to write either IP1, IP2, IP3, or type B package, you have to write BU or BL, like accordingly. Accepted package, I have crossed this one, showing that there should not be any radioactive symbol at the surface of the package. Clear? Now, I told you transport index is the number through which you have to have clear indication what is there inside the package. Here you see maximum radiation level external surface of the package is 5 microsievert and transport index is 0. So we call it white. If transport index is 1, then I will call it, see the type 2 and 1. This is yellow type 2 package. And if it goes further, transport index is 10, then type 3. So that means we will not allow the transport index more than 10. 10 means, can you calculate what will be the radiation field at 1 meter distance from the surface? It is your homework. Please calculate and let me know. If transport index is 10, what will be the radiation field at 1 meter distance from the package? And of course, I told you this limit is surface radiation dose. It should not exceed 2 millisievert. Otherwise, packages will not be allowed to transport from one place to another place. So this you can see the marking of the accepted package. That radioactive symbol is not there, the pen, and all other things are there like UN number, consignee address, and proper shipping name. Type A package, along with that, you should have the symbol and the gross weight also is to be mentioned, and you have to write the type A or type B. Similarly, if it goes type B package, much more information has to be given. You have to write BU or BM, gross weight has to be written, serial number has to be written, and CID number has to be written. So many additional things has to be mentioned. This I already told you that during transport, if accident takes place and the person get vanished from the area, but anybody getting caught hold of this document called trump card, he can get all relevant informations, what is there, how to handle, what has to be done as a first responder, whom to inform. Most of the cases you have to inform the local police station, and police will do the remaining job. They are trained for handling such kind of emergency. Loading and unloading you need to have cautiously done, because as low as reasonably achievable formula has to be used, because they are not trained for handling the high radioactivity. See, if you open the package, you have to measure the radiation field and check along with the document whether it is correctly being mentioned in your document. Clear? Okay, now this kind of package, now it is very important. Why I am telling you? Suppose you are a cargo handler, or you are doing some commercial business by transporting the radioactive material from one country to another. You see, this address has to be verified if it reaches your area. And without verification, if you sign and it is not for you, you are responsible for the package. And then radioactive material belongs to you. Regulator will hold you for holding the package without the license. Now, if you receive or somebody received the damaged package, it has to be reported as incident reporting as per incident reporting criteria by AERB. So receiving damage package, you have to monitor all packages for external contamination, all packages for external radiation, examine type of the damages, record the observation, and inform consigner regulatory body. Who is the regulatory body in India? Atomic Energy Regulatory Body. Please visit the AERB website, have a look on ELORA and write a one-page note on ELORA system and send it to me. This is your, again, homework. What is ELORA and how it works? What is the advantage of ELORA? Clear? E-licensing facility. It has been in place for last 10 years or so. And it is unique. Even American or some other developed country has not such kind of facility. Reportable event, I told you, incorrect address, incorrect level and transport index, radiation level in excess of 2 millisievert, I told you, at the surface, that should not cross at any condition. Packages leaking, damage, so many things, tampered, and surface contamination is not meeting 4 becquerel per centimeter square or loss shipments. So all these things has to be reported to Atomic Energy Regulatory Board. That's why it is very, very difficult to get the radioactive material in public domain. So with this, I have finished my lectures. Thank you very much. ठीक है? Use some 5 minutes time. If you have any queries, questions, I can clarify. I am online. Earlier also, I have given some homework. If anybody has done it, send it to HBNI. I'll get it and have a look on that. And based on today's lectures, if anybody has any queries or doubt or anything they want to discuss, I've got some 5 minutes time. No questions, nothing has come now. Okay then, thank you very much. Good day. Somebody speaking? Thank you very much.